In today's video, we're going to be talking about collecting Dragon Ball Super and how to get started when you are new to the hobby or whether you are an existing member of this community and you're trying to look for different other types of ways to get started in collecting stuff like graded cards. What is going on, guys? I'm AT and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be covering a couple of topics such as card rarity, types of collecting, storing cards, and grading cards. So I'm going to be putting timestamps hopefully in the description of this video or on the actual video in case there's anything you would like to skip ahead to in certain topics. So we're going to be starting this video off with the most basic of things for all the new collectors coming into the hobby, and that is card rarity. So every single set you have 6 main rarities. I'm going to emphasize the word main because they also chuck in different types of rarities just to spice up the sets every once in a while. So you have at the bottom right hand corner, as you can see there, on the left is the set number, the middle there is the card number, and on the right is the rarity. So C is for common. These ones are pretty basic. UC is uncommon and R is rare. Pretty easy, right? Then you move up onto SR, which is super rare. So you have that. Then you move on to the second best rarity per set is special rare. As you can see, SPR on the bottom right hand corner there as well. And then you have chase cards every single set as well. So you have SCRs, which is SCR, secret rare. And another type of card rarity you have is promos. So you got PR at the bottom right, as you can see there. Promo cards come in all different types. I'm going to move these out the way just to show you. You have stuff that are stamped, other different types of stamped cards there. As you can see, you've also got these ones, which were exclusive to the Nintendo Switch game. And as you can see, they are also promos as well, PR. Now you have other types of cards, which is, it's not really a rarity, which is a leader card in Dragon Ball Super. So they're pretty cool as well. So you got front and back side. And then you also have gold stamped cards as well. This one's just an uncommon, but it is stamped. And then you have other different types of variant stamped cards as well. So now I'm going to move on to another type of cards that we have in Dragon Ball Super, which is, I believe, would be one of the main gateways into Dragon Ball because it's one of the first few things that everyone sees when entering the hobby, and that is signature cards. So signature cards are also just SPRs, as you can see here, and then you move on to sort of the newer ones, which they say SPRS. So these cards have the voice actor signatures on them, printed on the card. As you can see there, we've got Goku and Vegeta voice actors on that one. So now I'm going to move on to searching for cards on the Dragon Ball Super website. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys how to navigate through the actual Dragon Ball Super website. This is the easiest way for you guys to check out the card list, which you click right there. It'll show every single set that has been released, every single product such as starter decks, expansion sets. You've got anniversary boxes, theme decks, and all the main sets. Best way for you to find the things that you want, you click into a specific set and then you can search either by the card name if you know it. You can search keywords, card type, or rarity. Basically here, look for only the SPRs, only the secret rares. Makes it a whole lot easier to find the cards that you actually want to collect. You can also find by certain characters here, as you can see as well. So now that we have gone through the website and had a look at how to look for rarities and what kind of cards are in each set, I'm gonna talk about jumping into the newest set. So that is usually the best thing you can do when you are new to the hobby. Just buy the latest set. At the moment, that is Vermilion Bloodline. It gives you a good little look into what Dragon Ball cards are like. Now, An honorable mention is Clash of Fates. I really enjoyed this set. If you're a new collector, it's got a lot of nice looking cards and it's a great way to get started. You got a bit of a higher pull rate than average for chances of getting a secret rare. You also get what I mentioned before about set specific cards. So in this one, they're called feature rares. You're guaranteed these 4 in the box when you open it. And you also get 2 SPRs in a box. So SPRs look like that. I actually have a few here. I'll just probably show it to you. So these are the 4 feature rares. So you get these in the box, guaranteed, which is awesome because when you're new to collecting, you want to get the hits. You want to get some nice looking cards, and Clash of Fates, I believe, brings that to the table. So you're going to enjoy it. That's my recommendation. Now we'll move on to specific types of collecting. So in the hobby, there's all different things you can do. I mostly collect graded cards. So you've got 2 companies, BGS, PSA. Honestly, I prefer PSA because of the securities on their label. They have a whole bunch of different features. Let me quickly show you. You've got these lighthouse effects. If you can see on the label, it goes from dark to bright, swapping side. Got all these lines in the back as well, which is hard to see on camera. You've got QR codes, PSA logo, and as you can see, if you can get it in the right light, you see there's tiny little PSA symbols on there as well. And then you got other little symbols inside there. Very hard to fake. Now, BGS is just a quick little warning because lately there have been fakes coming around, because as you can see, their label doesn't really have much security. All you've got is this serial number, which honestly sometimes doesn't even show up on their system, which is unfortunate because they do grade pretty strict. You've got subgrades and you also have a thick slab. You can collect certain things like secret rares only. If you want to see a video with my top 10 favorite secret rares, I'll put a link up on the top in the video here for you guys. And then you can collect certain specific characters. Now that looks really cool. So Goten and Trunks fusion gets Gotenks. So I like collecting Gotenks. As you can see, a couple cards here. Or you can collect, as I mentioned before, just special rares from each set if that's your kind of thing, you know. Or you can collect just the signature cards or just anything that you really like. For example, you could also collect cards in a binder in sets, you know, try to get a complete master set. As long as you're enjoying what you are doing, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not just trying to get money, your collection will grow and you'll have a lot of things. Now you can also be a person that collects sealed products like cases. I got some pictures from my Instagram here because most of them are in storage. And you can also collect booster boxes. I have a few here on hand as well. You can collect things like blister packs. I got some US Target packs. I got some old school Dragon Ball ones, other booster boxes, random deck there, starter deck case. You can also get stuff like the anniversary boxes. You can collect pre-release sealed boxes or cases like that. Another type of sealed collecting that I do is collecting booster packs from basically every set and every sort of artwork from those sets, just because sealed product is always a great way to go. You know, when booster boxes get too expensive, then people might start wanting packs. So that is another thing to do. And especially things when they're expensive, like boxes that are a few $1,000s, and you just have a whole bunch of loose packs, which I bought in the store when these were actually $7 each. So, you know, they've gone up considerably, and this whole entire section here is just tournament power. Here's another thing that you can also do to, you know, spice up your collection. I send cards to get signed by the actual voice actor. So I sent this a couple months ago, private signing with Chris Sabat, and got him to write Kakarot. How cool does that look? Yeah, so you can send these and they make great pieces to your collection. Also gets a, you know, certificate of verification. There's other private info inside there, and it's, as you can see, video verified. So I can actually have the video of Chris signing this. Now, there's also other niche things inside the hobby, such as trophy cards. Only about 30 of these ones in the world, and then you've got stuff like this, which is only 8 in the world. Very grateful to have something like this one in my collection. So yeah, there's plenty of different things you can collect. Now we're going to move on to storing your cards. So if you're collecting in a binder, easiest thing you can do, for example, you buy yourself some Ultra Pro deck sleeves, very cheap, pack of 50, usually maybe $7. Put it in like that, pop it in your binder, you're great to go. Now if you want to be even more extra safe, you buy something called KMC Perfect Fit sleeves, pop your card in there. As you can see, it covers it exactly, and then you can put it into the sleeve, get double the protection. What I normally use a lot of the times, penny sleeves. I buy them in packs of hundreds or thousands, very cheap. They keep your cards in good condition, especially when you want to grade them, because it's very loose inside and it just makes it a whole lot easier, you know, a lot safer. As you can see, these are penny sleeves, just like that, and you put them into top loaders. So if you put them into top loaders, they're pretty safe. You know, add an extra team bag and you can store them away in boxes. The only thing about top loaders is the cards can still move, but they make great protection, especially when you're sending for postage. Top loaders are a lot more rigid, as you can see. But if you want to save more space at home or with your collection, you use card savers, which is pretty much what I keep all my cards in. As you can see, they are very, very thin, and this is about 20 cards and this is about 6. And as you can see, the thickness is almost the same. So you save a lot more space with card savers. Now you might also be wondering, what are these tabs? Well, I keep tabs on them because it makes it easy to pull the cards out, especially when you're sending them for grading. The grader can just grab it like that, take it straight out without having to shove their finger inside the actual card saver. Now you're wondering probably, where am I going to keep all these card savers? I normally keep them in the box that they came in. So it's a great way to store them. You can put it in just like that. You can label the front of the box so you know what's inside. You can fill it up all sideways like that, or if you really need to split the cards sometimes, even if you're sending a big submission, it's great to have them inside the box like this, and you split them on both sides. Then you can write, you know, put a line down the middle and section it off. So that is another way to store some of the card savers. You can also do that with the top loaders in there as well. And you can also get these. So these big guys are called storage count boxes, made by BCW. So as you can see, this is an 800 count storage box. Great way to keep bulk. You can put them in team bags or not. Leave your commons, uncommons in here unsleeved. It's just another good storage solution for you guys as well. Now, a great storage solution for your graded cards would be one of these. A case I can get from my local hardware store in Australia. It's called Bunnings. I'm not sure where in your country you have them, but you can also get Pelican cases, stuff like that. Great for fitting PSA graded cards. I can fit at least 40 or so in each row, so it's a great solution. Got a couple of these guys. Best way to keep my stored graded cards. So when it comes to grading a card, one of the main things that you should think of is, why do I want to get this card graded? The best reason is just because you like it. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if it's expensive or not. It's just because you like the card and you want to keep it in the exact same condition forever. That is one of the best reasons to grade a card. Condition, keeping it as a 10, it will stay as a 10 forever unless this case gets destroyed or damaged. Keeping a card in a binder over time, in years, the weather, the moisture, anything can affect the card, causing warping or even moving around in the sleeve, binder. Transporting it will cause damage to the card over time. So that is the first reason. The second reason I'm going to give you guys for grading cards would be authenticity of this card. Proof of authenticity. When you send a card into PSA, they can prove and guarantee that it is real and legit, not a fake, which is why it's inside this case. Third-party companies like this are the best way to go about it, because you could send or buy, actually, let's just say you bought a card and one day the Dragon Ball market is huge and you buy a card and it turns out to be fake. What can you do about that? Nothing. But if you buy a card that's already graded, you know 100% that it is real. As I mentioned earlier in the video as well, you got things such as security. So you've got the serial number here, which if you put up on the PSA website, which I will now switch over for you guys to see, you put in the number. Once you have that in, it'll show you exactly how many 10s there are in the world, how many 9s, 8s, 7s, etc. So you'll know exactly how many 10s. 10s usually tend to be 100%, well not 100%, but almost there in accuracy, because no one really cracks a 10 open. Sometimes people resend 9s, or they crack a 9 and they don't send the label back, which kind of causes the information to be wrong, but majority of the time 10s are accurate. The third reason for grading a card is it increases the value of the card if it's an expensive or rare card to get. So when you have a card that is expensive, say $1,000, you grade that card, comes back a 10, it could be worth $2,000. It could be worth more, it could be worth a bit less, but the value always goes up on expensive cards when they're graded in a 10. Fourth reason for grading a card is because condition of a card is very subjective. A person that sells you a card could say it's mint and they don't know any better. To them it could be mint, but when you get the card, it's messed up like this. This is a very great example. You buy a card, they say it's mint, you get it and you see all these scratches on it. This card is not getting even an 8. You look at the back, there's scratches there, as you can see on the left, near the 3-star Dragon Ball. See that line right across? And then if you look at it, you'll see there's scratches going everywhere. There's scratches there, there's scratches there. That is another reason why grading cards is great, because you know what you are buying. If you paid a premium on this card expecting to grade it to get a 10, and you get it and it's like that, how bad would you feel? You know what I mean? So that is another reason to grade cards. And most people, here's another tip, when they look at their cards, it's under a normal room light like this. So for example, you look at this Broly, handling a card, remember, always hold them by the sides. Now, you look at this card and it looks great, doesn't it? Even my room light is very bright compared to normal lights, but it looks great. You look at the back, also looks great. When you turn on the bright light and you have a look at it, at the top right hand corner, I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, but there is actually a indent. So I might have to just take a photo and put it up for you guys to see. But over here, there is a indent. Anything like that will straight away automatically get a 6. Doesn't matter if the rest of the card is perfect or not, it will get a 6. Another thing you want to look at when you're grading a card is scratches, oiling, factory lines, and centering. So centering on this card is actually off. As you can see, the left side here looks fatter than the right, but PSA has a certain limit, 60-40. If it's any more than that, you will get your grades docked. So that is some of the things to look out for when you're grading a card. Even a bit of whitening. For an example, this card here, as you can see, there's a tiny bit of white down there. Very, very tiny, and that got it a 9. So that is a thing with grading. Condition is king. Now to sort of end this video off with whether you should grade yourself or use a middleman. I highly recommend using a known or trusted middleman if you don't grade a lot or if you're just getting started, because being a PSA member, you have to pay membership fees. It's only kind of worth it if you do a bulk submission as a member, because you send around 100 cards or more. And if you actually grade really often, then it makes it worth it. If not, using a middleman is still a great way to go. Even though I sometimes send 60, 70, 100 cards, I will still use a middleman, because for me, I don't have that much time to sit down and input everything into the system. But sometimes I still do send cards myself if I want to do it quickly. But I do recommend using a middleman for grading cards. They do all the work for you. You pay the amount per card to get it graded, and you don't have to worry. Everything should be insured and you get everything updated and tracked as per usual. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you watched till the end, I hope you had a great year of 2020 collecting, since we're heading close to the end of the year. So comment down below Dragon Ball 2020 so I know you did watch this far into the video. So thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one.